I'm here with Ironman Roger and Bena, GUNA's coach, and they're going to talk about how to deal with pain.
Hi, Roger. So, as a competitor, you are in a constant position of training, and when you're out there, what are the things, or what is your experience with GUNA products and your personal approach to dealing with the pain of the type of sport and the activities you do?
Well, I find to prepare or to deal with pain, there's really two parts to it. There's a physical part to it, and there's a mental part to it. The physical is what you take in order to help your soreness, and that involves many things that GUNA is excellent in. There's obviously the cytokine treatment that I got from Dr. Joe, because I've got a bad shoulder. I dislocated a shoulder. I got a meniscus in the left knee that is not too good, and unfortunately I wiped out on cross-country skiing, all kinds of different things. So the cytokine that I get from Dr. Joe and GUNA is excellent, because it really helps recovering and healing process. That's one part to it. But also there's a GUNA Flame and GUNA Archer that I take because I do get sore. Sometimes I train between 15 to 23 hours a week, and some of these training are not easy, and therefore I do take the GUNA Flame and GUNA Archer, which is strictly in the mouth, small drops, and it helps me alleviate that. That's the physical part to it. The mental is a little bit different, because when we go into competition, and it's a long day, when I do a half Ironman, it's around 5 hours, and depending how difficult, full Ironman is a full day. It's 11 hours, between 10:45 and sometimes 11:30. You deal with pain in different areas, and you really have to focus, and there's two parts to how I prepare for it or how I deal with it. And one is intrinsic motivation, if you want to put it that way, and the other one is extrinsic motivation. When you start, you're doing I do my competition because I really like the feeling of competing, pushing myself to a level that is high, and it's very rewarding. But after a while, this intrinsic motivation goes a little bit away, because you start asking, why am I doing this? And why am I pushing this? And suddenly, I go into what I call the extrinsic, outside motivation, and then suddenly you say, well, yeah, but there's a hell of a lot of people looking after you. There's a lot of people who are looking you and following you on Ironman Live and all these things, and saying, I can't disappoint them. It's not, unfortunately, because the intrinsic motivation is very strong. And if you do it for yourself, it's not outside, it'll push you to a certain limit, but there's boundaries to that. And I find that for me, yes, I love the feeling of competing and finishing and saying I'm still alive. Mm-hmm. But I find also at times when I'm going down deep and it's hurting, and I'm not, suddenly it's like, okay, I've got people who support me. I got people